morning.
Good morning, Moani. Well, she competed in the Ironman World Championship in 2009 at the age of 55, but just a half mile from the finish line, time ran out at midnight. And now 3 years later, she's looking to receive an invitation back to the famous race in Kona. But she needs your help. And joining us this morning is the triathlete herself, Lori McCartney, and she is 58 years young. Good morning, Lori. Thanks for joining us.
How are you? Thank you.
You've got an incredible story. You have not necessarily been a runner your entire life, right?
No. I actually came into doing triathlons and swimming, running, and biking when I was 50 years old.
50 years old.
Yes.
And you work in the realty industry, so this is not necessarily your career.
No. I'm a full-time professional person at Coldwell Banker Pacific Properties.
Wow. And so now you're a part of this Kona-inspired contest. You need people's votes. Explain a little bit more about that contest.
Yes. There's a video contest for people telling their story about their experience with Ironman and why they want to do the Ironman World Championship. And my story really has to do with being there once and not finishing. I was half a mile to the finish, and I crawled along in the marathon as far as I could go, and time ran out. And as devastating as it was at that time, I found that it actually inspired people because I kept trying to go. And I'd like to show people now that you can finish. I mean, you come back from big defeats and go on to the finish. So anyway, my story is one of the finalists in a video contest, and now it's all about votes. So I need votes. The top two winners, or the top two vote getters in my category, get an automatic invitation to the Kona World Championship.
Well, hopefully you can get lots of votes, because I know people from Hawaii really love to support people from Hawaii, and we do have a link on our website to the Kona-inspired contest. Talk a little bit more about how you became so physically fit, because, you know, there are people half your age who barely get off a couch, and you just keep doing it, especially in Kona, where the conditions are so brutal out there.
The conditions are brutal, and working my way up to do an Ironman, which is a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike ride, and then a 26.2 marathon seems impossible.
Yes.
I totally think so. And so it doesn't start with, let's do an Ironman. It started with actually friends who were saying, this is fun, come on and do a triathlon with us. And I didn't even know how to swim.
Oh, boy.
And so just really went out and said, okay, well, they think I can do it. So I started doing triathlons, and I did very short ones. And then over time, it's like, what's next and what next? And I felt good. You know, I think that's one of the things when you train and you go out and you're physically active in our beautiful state. I mean, where else do you get to go outside pretty much every day? And then all of a sudden I found myself doing an Ironman. I qualified at the half Ironman called Honu over in on the Big Island. And that's how I got my invitation then. And then ever since, that's what people say, why do you keep doing it? And I keep doing it because it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more fit now than I was at half my age.
Well, you are truly an inspiration. Lori McCartney, thank you so much for joining us. And good luck. Hope you can get to that Ironman.
Thank you so much.
And again, if you'd like to see this interview, you can go to the top video section of our website, KITV.com, and there you will find a link to the Kona-inspired competition. It is 6:16. We'll be right back.